GameSpark Reviews.
Carrier Air Wing Arcade, my review. Capcom's Carrier Air Wing is one of those arcade titles that feels like it's been quietly waiting for its moment in the spotlight. As someone who's deep into retro gaming culture and branding, I approached the side-scrolling shooter with a mix of nostalgia and curiosity. And it delivered a solid, if slightly underappreciated experience. Gameplay and mechanics. You pilot one of three jets, the FA-18 Hornet, F-14 Tomcat, or A-6E Intruder, each with its own strengths. The Hornet is balanced, the Tomcat is fast and nimble, and the Intruder is a tank with heavy firepower. This trio gives the game a modular feel, almost like choosing your class in an RPG. The weapon shop between missions is a standout feature. You earn cash during missions and spend it on auxiliary weapons like napalm, cluster bombs, and guided missiles. It adds a layer of strategy that most arcade shooters skip. You're not just blasting through levels, you're prepping for them. Missions are varied, with 10 stages that take you across enemy territory, dodging flat, and facing off against massive bosses. The pacing is tight, and the difficulty curve is fair, challenging without being punishing. Visuals and style. Capcom dished the anime aesthetic of UN Squadron and went for a more realistic military vibe. It works. The jets look short, the backgrounds are detailed, and the explosions are satisfying. It's not flashy, but it's clean and confident, like a well-pressed flight suit. The HUD is minimal but effective, and the mission briefings add just enough flavor to keep you engaged. I wouldn't call it immersive, but it's cohesive. Sound and atmosphere, here's where things dip a bit. The soundtrack is serviceable, but forgettable. It doesn't have the iconic hooks of other Capcom titles from the era. Sound effects are punchy, but the music fades into the background, which is a missed opportunity for a game about high-stakes aerial combat. 3 distinct jets with unique play though. Weapon shop system adds strategic depth. Clean visuals with a grounded military aesthetic, solid mission variety and boss design, tight gameplay loop that rewards skill and planning. No home console port, a huge miss for retro collectors, weak soundtrack that doesn't elevate the action. Minimal story, no characters, no emotional stakes, repetitive mission structure after a few playthroughs. Final take, Carrier Air Wing feels like Capcom's quiet flex, a game that nails the fundamentals but never tries to be flashy. It's the kind of arcade shooter that rewards precision and planning, and while it doesn't have the cult status of UN Squadron, it deserves a second look. For GameSpark, I'd badge this as a strategic blaster. Not just a button masher, but a game that asks you to think before you fire. It's ripe for a retro revival, especially with Capcom Arcade Stadium bringing it back into circulation.
Please like, subscribe, and comment.